If you wake up every day feeling stiff and tight and uncomfortable and those pesky hamstrings, those muscles on the back of your legs just feel like they're going to break when you try to put your shoes on, then this sequence is going to change that. Today, with these exercises, we are going to build mobility that actually lasts. Welcome to our Strengthen and Lengthen session of the Daily 10. Let's get into it. We are starting with the elephant walk. So I would actually use the edge of the couch here, feet hip distance apart. You're just going to start to move your legs like this. So kind of walking them out, one leg straight, one leg bend. And then over time, if you feel like, oh, you know what, I can handle more than this, we can maybe then start to put our elbows on the edge of the couch. Otherwise, you can take the full elephant walk where we're coming all the way down, head drops. And we have a slightly longer set here, 45 seconds for this, 30 for everything else. Really dropping the head in, finding, I'm gonna just hang tight a little bit on my left side because I can feel that that's a little bit tighter, which is kind of normal, to be honest, for me and for lots of people. Relaxing the shoulders, getting ready for our rest and getting ready for our next stretch. Okay, only 15 seconds, so it's not really a rest. We're gonna take our right foot forward, step the left foot back, turn the toes out ever so slightly. Square off your hips, okay? So your body will probably try to shoot your hips over to the right. Keep them square. Now this is dynamic. So for some of you, it's gonna look like this, hands to the couch, and you're already feeling a stretch. Okay, especially if you're working on keeping those hips square and the back outer edge of the foot down. Now, this is a dynamic exercise. We're working on strength and length. So what I want you to be doing is aiming to get to the edge of your flexibility, but then using our strength to be able to pull us out of that position. Beautiful. Change sides, left foot forward, right foot back. Back toes are turned out, square off the hips. Take a deep breath in, let your body kind of be accustomed to this position for a second, a little bit of a passive stretch, and then let's go and let's find our dynamic pyramid here. So this is a pyramid pose in yoga, but what I want you to do is just make it that little bit more dynamic. This is also going to really challenge the muscles of your feet and your ankles because we have to hold the ankles stable to balance ourselves here. You also don't need to come all the way up. You can keep your body in that tense position or holding tension through the body. Beautiful, have a little rest. Okay, next up we have our seated good morning. So you're gonna sit on the edge of your couch or your chair. Take your legs out nice and wide. Toes slightly turned out here. And just hands to the back of the head. We're gonna come forward and then drive back up. Forward, and drive back up. Maybe some of you are going to find it easier if you kind of lean your hands on the inside. If you want to go a little bit deeper into the hips, you can bend your knees. So if your hamstrings are kind of okay, but you kind of feel like it's actually your hips that need a little bit more love, you can start to work through this variation instead. Okay, so I'm keeping my knees bent, so the stretch is out of my hamstring and more into my inner thighs. Okay, now we're going to come down into Malasana, a yogic squat, or just a squat position. So you're going to come down, find your squat position, ideally with the heels on the floor. Use your elbows to push your knees out wide, bringing your hands into a prayer position. This is the full variation. If you're struggling and your heels need to come off the floor, that's fine as well. Instead, you're going to take your hands apart and just try to push your knees out, keeping your chest nice and long here. So we're here, like this, or we're up here and modified. If you're really struggling with your flexibility, you can come into a slightly higher squat. Beautiful. Hands down to the floor. Let's bring the left foot up to the couch or the bench or whatever you're using, and that left knee down. You're going to bring your right leg forward into a lunge. From here, I'm going to start to sit up a little, okay? And I'm going to use my upper body or the elbows to drive into my front leg to give me a little bit more lift here. Now, if you want to get a nice deep stretch for the front of your hip, you can start to sink your hips forward. Maybe you want to go all the way into the side body here. You can take your left arm up and reach over. Play with that back foot too. Like, what happens if you point the toes? Beautiful. Release down, lift up, change sides. Replace the left foot, come down. Find the position that works for you. Now, some people like to do this variation here. This is more a couch stretch, and you're welcome to do this variation. But if you do this variation, just make sure you have something underneath your knee if it's uncomfortable. Tuck your tailbone and really try to lift the body. This is a great quad stretch. But if you want to get more into the front of the hip, you can start to come down into a little bit more of a deeper lunge. If you're also working on that ankle mobility, you can let that front knee bend a little bit more. Play with pointing the toes, maybe reaching the arm up. Beautiful. We're gonna release, and now we're gonna come down onto our back. No, we're not. I lied. We're doing our split squats. I nearly forgot. Okay, so split squats, nice big long lunge. I'm gauging one point on the floor, finding that balance, slowly lowering down, little hold, drive back up. 3, 2, 1, hold at the bottom, drive up. 3, 2, 1, not letting my back knee come to the floor, then driving up. Grab some dumbbells if you want to make this weighted. That will speed up your flexibility process. Beautiful. Coming up, changing sides. I've broken so many bones in this foot, and so my balance is always off on that left side. I should have probably started with the left side. Squaring my hips, concentrating. I'm not going to talk as much on this side because I'm going to be using all my concentration. 2, 1, hold, drive up. 3, 2, 1, hold, drive up. 3, 2, 1, hold, drive up. 3, you can always use a wall or something to help you with balance. But I know for me, I'm really trying to regain balance in that foot and in that whole kind of unit. Beautiful. Resting. Okay, now I think we're coming onto our back. Yes, we are. Okay, so you're gonna come onto your back. You're gonna cross left leg over right leg. Place the right foot onto the edge of your couch and use your left hand to push your left knee away. Little stretch here first. Then we're going to drive to lift the hips up, lower down. Bit of a dynamic stretch here, so we don't hold that stretch for too long. We'll hold it as we get closer to the end. Little release here, then drive up. Little release, hold it down, push it away. 2, 1, release. Changing sides, cross, little passive stretch, pushing the knee away, and then we'll move into the dynamic variation in a second. Oh, we should be resting. There we go, perfect. Let's go. Drive up, lower down. Drive up, lower down. Drive up, lower down. Drive up, lower down. You can also use your hand to keep that knee pressing away the whole time. And then we're gonna hold at the end. Hold here. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Hug those knees in. We'll come up. Okay, we're gonna move into our very long lunge iso hold, which is prepping us for our splits. So, nice long lunge. I'm gonna then hold here, 25 seconds. Maybe creep that front foot further forward. We're building strength first, our ability to hold this position. Stay with me on this. Maybe making a mental note, mental comparisons on how this feels this week versus how it felt last week. We have 7 seconds left. Pull yourself out of it. And change sides. Nice, long Isometric hold here. Notice this is not like a normal lunge. I'm not in a yoga crescent lunge. My front leg, or let's say my front foot, is actually in front of my knee. Okay, and I'm really holding here. I want my body to be upright. Think about what's happening if you put yourself into the future of being able to do that split position. We are building strength. We are teaching our hips that it is safe, that we are strong enough to hold this very extended position. Almost there. 2, 1. Pop. And out. Ooh, yes. How do those hips feel? Do we feel good? I feel good. Thanks for joining me. Just a little note from me to say, well done on smashing your session today, on training, on committing to yourself. Really, that's the key thing here, is that consistency to show up again and again and again. Don't forget to really use this channel as a resource for your whole training regime, right? Particularly those of you in that really busy era of your life. Don't just kind of randomly come to each of the videos. Try to make a little bit of a plan for yourself. We obviously follow a schedule, and that schedule is right here. But what I would recommend is that you actually put some of these sessions into your diary. So schedule a calendar event, chuck the URL of each video or even like a playlist or your favorite video into that calendar description. Make sure it shows up for you, like set that reminder so that you actually commit to yourself consistently.